Yes, absolutely.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
All right.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? It is me, your host, Louis B. And, hey, man, I got a special guest in here. We're actually doing something together. He's not a special guest. Like, we're doing this together. Introduce yourself, my boy.
It is yours truly, Rick, right here.
Yeah, you can do right here or right here. Hey, man,
It's
whatever
yours
you
truly,
want.
Rick the Prince. I'm here. I'm so happy to be here, man. We've been trying to do this for a couple of years now. I feel like we were supposed to do this last year, but time got away from us.
Yeah.
We here now.
Yeah. And I know niggas is probably like, what are y'all doing? So, Rick and I thought it would be a great idea to, you know, at the end of the year, we see a lot of people do year-end wrap-ups, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And why not do one ourselves? So this is basically going to be a yearly thing that we do, man. We're going to do a year-end wrap-up talking about things that happen in music and pop culture. Really focusing really mostly on music, though. Y'all can get the pop culture shit from y'all other podcasts.
Get it
you know
from
what
your
I'm
Twitter
saying?
feed,
You know
because
what
I'm
saying?
sure it's there.
Now, we're going to talk about some things, but we really going to focus on the music and stuff this year. And shit, going forward. So expect this year-end review to happen every year. This is something that we're definitely
We're
going to
have to come up with a name
to.
for it.
We should, man. The Rick and Lewis year-end wrap-up.
The basicest shit ever.
Hey, man, this is a What's in My Bag / Surface Town collab, and I cannot be more ecstatic to be doing this right now. Like Rick has said, we've been talking about doing this for so long, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. I think the best way that we can really start to wrap up this year is talking about our individual businesses and how they've gone this year. You know, shit, you already know what's going on. We in What's in My Bag right now. For the last time, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, this might be the last time y'all see us in here. We're moving. Where to? Not sure yet. We're gonna figure that out though. So the next time y'all see some What's in My Bag content, it will not be in this studio. So get your looks off. But y'all know I have What's in My Bag, and Rick also has Surface Town. So
it's time for the next chapter, man. It's time for the next chapter. 2023, we leveling up. I feel like everything happens for a reason. So this creates a new opportunity. I'm very excited to see what y'all do with this.
I'm scared.
I'm proud of you, man. You really been doing your thing.
I appreciate it. You have too, man.
Oh,
don't do that, man. You know what's funny? What's funny is that I feel like people often feel it's such a weird space right now, because I feel like people that do what we do, this journalistic / broadcaster / media content / thing, I feel like it's so much competition, man. People really feel like, I don't know, man, like it's a race to get to the top. I don't see a lot of collaboration from podcasters. I don't see a lot of collaboration from creators like that. You know, it's like everybody wants everything to themselves. So
this is true.
Us doing this, man, like this is really dope for me.
The best advice that I could give any content creator is stay in your lane.
Yes.
Find out what you do. Find out what separates you from everybody else. Because like you said, like anybody with a camera and a mic, they got a show.
It's crazy like at this point.
But it's really you and how you present yourself and how you represent your brand. That's what separates you, man.
So tell us about your 2022. Yeah, that's what you're
right. 2022, man. Where do I start?
Because you kind of ventured off a little bit into something totally different that I got to commend you on it.
Yes. So, for everybody that don't know The Kid, I've been doing Surface Town music commentary channel since 2016. Music reactions, album reviews, all that stuff. And then 2019, I kind of got away from that a little bit. Not necessarily, but I incorporated my interview show Beneath the Surface.
Which is super dope.
Appreciate it. I basically have been talking to different artists from the city, also a couple artists overseas and things like that, just getting their story about their music and all that. So I've been doing that up until this year. This year I started doing Twitter Spaces. Before Elon Musk, I don't know what he's doing. Don't know about that. But I started that. I host Twitter Spaces every Friday, talk about different music topics and things like that. It's been a really dope way to connect because honestly,
sure.
I was not effing with. Can we curse?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
I was not fucking with Twitter, but I love doing that. It's very, very dope. That's been most of the chunk creatively of my year. I've definitely done some interviews. Shout out to Andriel. Shout out to Eric Leon. Shout out to Loki. And I just did an interview with a band called The Corduroy Blue.
Dope.
Yes, very, very dope. They just dropped their debut project. By the time you see this, it should already be up on my channel. But
I like it.
But yeah, just doing that, trying to stay centered with my family, my friends. I don't know about y'all. It's been very difficult, like balancing this year.
Yeah.
That's been the word of the year: balancing and consistency.
Yeah.
That has been my main goals. Sometimes I'm winning, sometimes I'm not. But
I feel you, man.
But we done made it, child. We done made it to the end of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, how's your year been, man?
My year 2022 has honestly it's been cool on what's in my bag. Personally, that's a whole different story that we're not gonna get into. But as far as what's in my bag has been pretty good, man. We made a conscious effort to highlight something that's different in our bag, and I feel like that was the people. So this year has really been focused on showcasing people.
I love that.
Artists, different creators, like whatever you do. We've had people that's been ex-football stars, somebody that's singing that's now turning into a damn bodybuilding ass nigga.
Right.
Like we have so many people that have so many giftings and talents to share with the world, and I feel like showing them being in our bag this year has been our bread and butter. It's been a super dope way to increase the marketing for what's in my bag. So yeah, man, that's pretty much been the effort. You know what I'm saying? Look at everything that we've been doing in 2022. We have been consistently giving y'all content every week, man. We try to give y'all something. It's not easy, I promise y'all. But
I think that's really dope too.
Yeah.
The fact that you're like even branching outside of music and just like highlighting different creators and black entrepreneurs here. I think that's really dope, man.
Yeah, man. So 2023, man, I don't know what's about to happen, but it's about to be bigger and better, man. Cause I'm so of the mindset of just retain the peace and figure it out. Like my whole thing, as I'm getting to like 30 now, is figure it out.
Oh boy, you getting old.
Figure it out. Hey,
you
man.
getting old, child. What you gonna
man.
do? Better get that cane ready.
Wait, nah, this is crazy. And the thing is, I'm talking about 30, and I ain't even turned 28 yet. So.
Listen, I got some friends in their 30s. As soon as midnight hit, we out chilling. As soon as midnight hit,
I'm tired.
I'm getting kind of tired. I gotta be up for work in the morning. I'm like, so y'all 30, y'all can have that, child.
Man. So yeah, man, 2023, we just plan on getting bigger and better. Definitely want to incorporate some more live things, getting really out here in the streets for real, especially since outside is open again, you know what I'm saying? Really getting out in the streets, giving back to the people in some form of fashion. That's really what I want to focus on in 2023. But 2022 has been really great for what's in my bag. Like I said, go to YouTube, go to all the streaming platforms, and just look at what we've been putting out, man. From Blastic, What's in My Bag podcast, checking in. Hey, man, we consistent over here. We consistent. We trying, man.
Absolutely.
So let's get into 2022, man.
Let's do it.
And I hate to start sad, but it was a lot of niggas that just did not make it through. Listen, man, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if I've ever, maybe talking to older generations, maybe they can shed some light, but I've never seen like people go at this clip.
Yeah,
like people passing away at this clip, and I feel like this year was filled with people passing, and then not only that, but it's people passing that's like, whoa.
And a lot of it has been very, very unnecessary. A lot of nonsense. A lot of
that's true.
Things that were avoidable. Niggas and their egos, niggas and their pride.
Yeah.
Split-second decisions, and it's just like.
I will say that, and then to couple it also with, you know, I think the COVID documentary that we'll get in the next 25 years will showcase, no, seriously, because it's a lot of people that are going because of like illnesses. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
you're
between
51.
that and the
You're
monkeypox and all
45.
that.
Like you're 60.
Yeah.
Like I do feel like the COVID documentary will showcase just what happened with everything, down from the productivity and work in the workplaces to people just getting sick from illnesses that stayed and lingered on even after they caught COVID and it was mild. Like
To motherfuckers fighting in Target about not wanting to wear their mask.
hey,
like I'm telling you,
I almost forgot about that.
this next generation is gonna look at us like y'all was doing this
ew.
over a mask.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man.
yeah, no. But for real.
But I do want to go ahead and go through. I did create like a little list. There are other people that passed, and to those people, if we did not mention them, sorry. But we really want to focus on people that's in our culture. So
Right.
I'm going to start my list.
Okay.
Irene Cara. Takeoff. Man, that one hurt, man. That one was so unexpected and it hurt, man. Coolio, Aaron Carter, Teddy Ray, Gilbert Gottfried, Andre Talley, Sidney Poitier, PNB Rock, another one that was like, wow.
And all this was this year?
Yeah. And the list is not done yet. Mary Alice, Bill Russell, Leslie Jordan, B. Smith, and Hovain, who was a dope manager in the music industry, A&R. He just did so many things. When you hear people in the music industry talk about this guy, I wish that, and just what he did for entertainment in general, he's one of them guys that I kind of wish, from hearing stories and stuff, that I wish that he could have got a little hip to What's in My Bag, because I felt like he could have made a phone call that could have like had us somewhere. Like, it's just those type of people. But rest in peace to all of those people that passed, man.
Absolutely.
2022, it was just a year of loss, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we tried to find happiness in it. So, yeah.
I definitely will say the music specifically kind of reflected that feel of people really wanting to get out of that.
For sure.
That rut that we've literally, I feel like we've been in for almost 3 years at this point, damn near.
Yes.
So the music definitely reflected just everything that's been happening. And again, RIP to all of those individuals, and much love to their families,
Yeah.
loved ones, fans, supporters.
For sure.
All of that, because we just never know, man.
You never know for real.
We never know.
Yeah, man. So I think now we'll get into some of the stuff that happened in 2022. I think we're gonna start with some award shows, man.
Start with these
some
award shows.
or
Yes.
lack thereof. And when I say lack thereof, I'm simply talking about black involvement, black care, black awareness for it. Like, I think as we get to 2022, we're a lot of artists and a lot of us are just realizing, hey, this is not for us.
It's not for
These award shows are not for us at all.
It's not. Absolutely not. But we can. What do you want to start? We start with the Grammys, maybe.
Whichever one doesn't care about us the most. That's all of them, right? Let's start with the Grammys. Because the Grammys.
Here's your trophy.
Yeah.
Be quiet. Go sit over there, please. But Jasmine Sullivan, she
finally, man.
She finally got some of her flowers for her project Hotels. She won a Grammy, I believe, best R&B album. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well deserved.
But very, very long overdue. A lot of people were saying like a lot of these flowers and recognition that she was getting was for what needed to be for a reality show project that she dropped previously. But it's just cool to see Jasmine finally getting her things right now.
That's a fact, man. What else happened in the Grammys? Because honestly, I didn't watch that shit this year. I ain't watch that, and I don't really know if I'm gonna watch it again.
Well,
it's not fun.
No. We've had plenty of reasons to not fuck with the Grammys, but we still like every year we still kind of check for the nominees and whatnot.
You know,
I'm gonna shout out my girl, of course, Doja Cat and SZA took home a Grammy for their record "Kiss Me More."
Okay, yeah.
Big record in 2021. Definitely. Deserve that for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to say, who got album of the year this year?
I don't think it was anybody black. Hey man, did the Grammy?
But I know next year they better get it right. 2023.
That's a fact.
There's one project. We're gonna get to it, but there's one project that needs to win.
That's a fact. Going through the Grammys, you think about another award show, the BET Awards. Did it happen? I don't remember it.
You
But that's been the case for the past few years.
And you want to know why you don't remember it?
What's that?
Because they're not putting their best foot forward. Honestly, I
Talk
feel like
about
we're.
it, man.
I feel like we're in this era where everybody wants to be one. They wants to just not ruffle any feathers. They want to make everybody happy, and in doing so, they're not really putting out entertaining content. And on top of that, black artists just isn't really supporting their own award shows. Like I can probably count on one hand the amount of times that The Weeknd has been at the BET Awards. Drake has been at the BET Awards.
09 or 2010, whenever that was.
Like, and when he's sitting up on that stool talking
sitting
about
on a stool the entire time.
like,
I think he broke his leg or some shit like that.
oh really?
That's some stupid
He
shit.
Degrassi'd us. Okay.
Staying on BET, man, I have to say, because this just recently came on, the Soul Train Awards, and I have no idea. I just want to bring them up because they're like one of the few shows that are black ran that actually I feel like they get it right, but they still find a way to get it wrong. The show aired on a Saturday night, and I have no idea why R&B show would air on a Saturday night.
They just
Don't understand it, and it was a phenomenal show. They had a lot of soulful singers in there, people that are irrelevant right now, and then some people that you haven't heard from in a while, but can still sing the damn lights out, and they went crazy. So it's like y'all should be highlighting this show every year.
And their ciphers are fire too. When
The
they
ciphers have
when they do
gotten-
little
they've
R&B
gotten better.
At first, I was like,
At first, I didn't want to hear that shit. I was like, "What is that?"
Lewis.
The first Soul Cypher, I was like, "What is that?" But they've gotten better. The Soul Cypher this year was super dope.
Yeah,
It was super dope.
Shout out to Escape for getting the Lady of Soul
For
award.
sure. Even though it didn't look like they wanted to go up there and be happy with each other about that award.
Listen, them women got so many things going on in their lives individually. For them to even come together on that stage
That's a fact.
was applauding them for that.
Oh yes, another award show that was interesting.
Oh, shit.
What was that? The VMAs. That was really like the Nicki Minaj Awards.
The Nicki
that
Minaj
night.
Awards featuring
Hosted by Nicki Minaj, A&R by Nicki Minaj, with a performance by Nicki Minaj, with the Video Vanguard Award going to Nicki Minaj. I'm sorry, but what the fuck was that?
I just feel like the industry just really is not fucking with Nicki no more. She has rubbed many people the wrong way many times over the years, and now they just like. Listen, I'm surprised she got the Vanguard Award. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You should have let them girls in. Because they came in anyway.
Well, I'm about to say, because let's talk about it.
They came in anyway.
Because Nicki been picking a fight with whom and everyone.
Everybody that get hot. Everybody
From
that get
Lotto.
hot. It's like, wow.
We already know what's happening with Cardi B. Like, it's just like, when are you just gonna, like...
Do you want a collab?
And, like, because you can't keep the crown forever.
And do you want a hot collab?
Exactly. Like, Doja
good
Cat.
one?
Doja Cat is literally the only person she got left, and we tiptoeing on that.
That's a fact, man.
We tiptoeing on that, for sure.
This is not an award show, but going into something else that I kind of felt like it was just... It's always like a stage to give people their flowers and just watch them. The Super Bowl. It was pretty dope.
Yes.
It's pretty dope. Their rendition of figuring things out this year.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it. It was cool. I think that for Super Bowls...
That's up.
Uh-oh.
I sensed a little undertone of shade.
Nah, no shade, man. It wasn't a lot of light in it.
It wasn't a lot
cool.
of light?
It was cool.
We had legends on that. We had Dre.
Yeah.
We had M.
Yeah.
Snoop. Did you see Snoop hit the blunt right before he went on stage?
He always gonna find a way to hit the blunt.
We had the queen of hip hop soul, Mary J.
Okay. Why would you know what? I'm be quiet, man. And who else, man? K Dots, that boy Kendrick.
Boy, that boy came out
and
in
50
that
Cent
walk.
was in there.
Oh shit, I
Upside
forgot about
down.
50 Cent. He looked a little uncomfortable. I ain't gonna lie to you. He looked a little uncomfortable.
Oh my God. But honestly, for what it is, and knowing that Jay-Z is now taking over like that creative endeavor with the Super Bowl to get more diverse people in there.
Definitely
It's cool.
explains, yeah.
It's cool. I'm not mad at it. And I think it's totally smart if you do like regional artists that are from that region when they're doing the Super Bowl in that city.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, Atlanta, we need to get it back because y'all missed the Outcast. Y'all missed that alley-oop. Like,
and we know,
it.
like, during that time, we really fucking with the Grammys like that,
Yeah.
However, we need to run that back.
Yeah,
We need to run that back because I needed T.I. on that stage. I needed Outkast on that stage. This is going to be really black. I needed Gucci on that stage. I needed, they put they differences aside for the verses. I need Jeezy on that stage too.
Yeah, we need the Atlanta whole thing.
Migos.
Yeah, we need it.
Shit.
But yes, man, I think the Super Bowl, they got it right. And I see the future for it. Like, I see a need for what they're doing. So, Jay-Z, thanks for that, man.
You excited for
it.
Ree?
She is doing the Super Bowl 2023. I am, just to see her. I'm excited to see her. Like, I don't think she's gonna bless y'all niggas with a new single at the Super Bowl.
Nigga, you killing me.
Man, we thought
killing
Kendrick
me.
was
You're
gonna
killing
bless
me.
us, and he didn't.
I mean, he blessed us with something.
He did later on in the year, but we thought he was gonna give us a
you
little
thought he was
snippet
about
in
to-
the Super Bowl. He said, "Nah, the hits."
That's crazy. I really wasn't expecting nothing from K Dot.
Yeah.
We did get something from K Dot.
We did. And shit, we might as well go into the music that dropped from 2022 this year. We'll go ahead and start with K-Dot since we was on him. Mr.
as well.
Morale and the Big Steppers. He hasn't dropped a project since, when is this, 2017 with Damn?
Yeah.
17, 18, 19, 22. Was it worth the 5-year wait to you, Rick?
From a nigga that like bops, and I'm gonna say no. However, if you want some trauma, that's your album. Listen, that's your album.
If you want trauma.
If you want trauma, if you want triggers, go listen to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. But honestly, I mean, I can't be mad at Kendrick. This is definitely in his alley. I feel like I honestly don't think that he liked the reception of Damn because everybody says like that's the commercial album. That's the album that was pandering to the general public. And you know, Kendrick, he likes to be well more like in depth in different issues and stuff like that. We've seen that with To Pimp a Butterfly.
Right.
So I feel like he wanted to take that sort of approach to it. And I honestly think Kendrick is the only artist that would have been able to get away with dropping an album like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
I'm not mad at that take, man, because I remember when I first heard it, and I'm a huge Kendrick fan. I love everything. I'm the nigga that's going to sit there 12 o'clock and listen to this shit. But this time, I listened to it first time through, and I was like, wow, masterpiece. Ain't nobody touching this. And then after like a month, I came back to it, and I was like, I'm not really living with this throughout the year like I thought I would. It had some bops on it. Silent Hill, bop. Rich Spirit, bop. Like, he has the bops. But the album, I think the content in it, it didn't sustain me, man.
And also, I will say he had one of the best visuals of the year.
I'm not mad at that. The Heart Part 5,
with
dope.
With
Super
the
dope.
morphing into, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little high when I was watching that.
Nah, the first time he did the first deep fake, I was like, nah, who is that? Oh shit, OJ?
No, when it went to Kobe, I was like, I need a second.
And Nip? Oh,
and
man,
Nip?
no.
You know, yeah.
Ah, man.
But yeah.
Who else dropped some good heat that you fuck with this year? I think in these year-end wrap-ups, it's important to really talk about the people that we fuck with.
We fuck with. Well, I definitely want to shout out Ben Riley. Ben Riley dropped a extended version of his album Freelance called Charlie.
I've never heard of him. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, you will. I had him on my show.
Okay.
A couple of seasons ago.
Dope.
He went viral on TikTok.
Super dope.
He been doing his thing. I think he did Rolling Loud this year somewhere in New York,
Dope.
I believe. But yeah, shout out to him. Brand new Free, hot record on there. Of course, Vince Staples dropped a project this year as well. That was really dope. I really like how he's found his pocket.
Yeah. For sure.
Are we gonna talk about Renaissance right now?
We can. Why not? It came out this year. Hell
Are we
yeah.
bringing out?
Shit. We've been waiting.
The album that she has not promoted. I think
women
she
have
forgot.
been waiting. They ain't gonna lie.
I think she forgot she dropped the album this year, honestly. I think she, because, I mean, she just went back to, looking beautiful, dodging the paparazzi, no visuals.
She said, here, nigga, damn.
Here, nigga, damn.
Hey, but next year, that just means that next year about to go crazy. 2023, she's about to go crazy. It's about to be... See, I'm still of the mindset that the Act 1, and I could be totally wrong, I'm still of the mindset that the Act 1s, Act 2s, and Act 3s are going to be like, the Act 1 was the album, the Act 2 is going to be the visuals, and the Act 3 is going to be the tour.
Lewis.
I don't think she's giving us 3 separate albums.
Okay, I'm glad you... Because I'm about to say, where the camera at? Where the camera at?
I don't think she's giving us 3
She's not
separate
doing that.
albums.
I'm letting y'all know now. We're not getting 3 albums in a span of a year or something.
Yeah,
she
I don't
might give
see
you.
that.
If we do that, it's gonna be like a 5-year span.
Yeah.
If we about to get 3 albums, but that album, I just love how Beyonce is able to show her longevity.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, this is an artist that debuted in the 90s with Destiny's Child. She didn't debut as a solo artist to 2003.
Facts.
None of the artists that we talk about today was back in 2003.
Yeah.
And for her to still even be in the conversation, I think that's very commendable. She got a #1 record, Break My Soul. Her first #1 since Single Ladies.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So definitely shout out to her. We got to shout out. I want to shout out another artist, Duran Bernard, great R&B
For sure.
artist, dropped Project Wonderlust, I believe.
Nice.
R&B's not dead. I'm gonna just say that.
Oh.
R&B's not dead, and he is proof of that. Lucky Day is proof of that.
Yeah, Candy Drip.
Candy
Shout
Drip.
out to that.
You checked that project out a
I
little
did.
bit?
It wasn't something that I lived. Honestly, man, 2022 has been a year of projects that I have not lived with. I don't know why that is, but I truly have not lived with a lot of these projects that dropped this year. I understand that. For me, I'm thinking that this year is like, let's get back into some form of normacy, some form of normality. Like, let's figure this thing out after coming out of COVID. So
Yeah.
I'm giving all these artists grace. They drop decent projects, but you know.
You just don't think you don't think they putting in that work that they should. Is that what it is?
No, I just think they're figuring it out again. Like, I think that people were probably sitting on stuff for the past couple years. Some of that stuff might have got dated. You just never know. Some artists might be over their old shit at this point, but we're back outside now, so let's figure this thing out. Like, I understand, man. Some other people that dropped. Drake, he dropped twice this year. Wasn't a huge fan of the Honestly Nevermind, but for the people that are championing the dance thing,
No, because that nigga
I'm not mad at
that
it.
nigga was like, give it some time.
I want to hear that
21
in a different
Can you
country.
do so.
Now that album, that was more up to my speed. That one was more up. I think that one is more palatable to what we're used to hearing from Drake. I hate to say Drake's name all the time because this was a Drake/21 album, but I mean, somebody literally did the math and they was like, yo, Drake was on this for 45 minutes. 21 was on this for 15. Like,
Yeah, it was.
It's a Drake project.
It was Drake with special guests.
a sprinkle of 21. A sprinkle. But I definitely enjoyed that project. And it's interesting because it had the total opposite effect on me. When I first listened to it, I said, yuck, this is...
What?
Drake, you 0 for 2 this year. And then I went back to it a week later. For whatever reason, that's just my little process of doing music. I went back to it a week later and listened to it, and I was just like, wow, okay.
That shit hit.
All you hoes.
That shit.
All of you hoes. I feel like the Slaughter Gang CEO. Like, what? Like,
Shit. On BS, that's my one right there.
yeah, man.
Rich
But I
Flex.
definitely enjoyed that one.
Circle Loco, even though he's taking shots at Meg. Don't know what that was about.
Meg dropped the album too, didn't she, this year?
Trampoline?
Trampoline is sick. It's traumatized, Rick.
It is? Trauma, it's not. Child, Megan, I'm gonna need you to get out your deal. 15, oh, what is
Hey,
it,
bro, he called
1501?
the album Trampoline.
Get out of your deal, Megan.
You gotta get out. No, get out.
No, I'm just saying, listen, I need Meg to really come. First of all, I need her to take a break. Meg, I think the trial is happening right now, too.
Yeah.
Like, as we speak. Meg has been through a lot. she's lost her mom, I believe,
Yeah.
and things like that. Like I couldn't.
She's going through a lot.
She's going through a lot. I couldn't imagine her being in the spotlight and having to work, and then experiencing all of these things. I need her to like take a year for herself, for her mental health, regroup.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And then give us something different. Okay, she was trying it.
She said her. It's me, she, then we.
No, and skip.
She tried, man.
Now,
that's some little Macy's music if you ever need some.
and skip to the next one. I need you to regroup. I like that you tried different things, experimenting and whatnot. I'm gonna need you to take a break first because you're important, right? Mm-hmm. Come back with something different, please. Cause
some other people that dropped this year, just thinking about the releases. Oh man, we did all that waiting for that Ari Lennox project.
Don't do my girl like that.
The project was mid, man.
The project
Mid pack. I ain't want to wait for that.
The project was.
And I love Pressure too. I was like, man, this shit, whatever she working on, is about to be hard. She came up with a little picture with the little whiteboard, had about 3,000 songs on there, and you chose 12 of mid. And them ain't even, when you hear the interview, them ain't really even the songs you really like, the ones you really, really wanted. Like, it's just.
I'm not gonna blame her.
I hate politics of the music industry sometimes.
I'm gonna blame the label.
I hate the politics, man. Let me put out what I want to put out.
We're just gonna put it on the label. Clear
the fucking record, man. Because I'm sure it was some shit that probably had some samples on there that was super hard.
But no, I feel like you said, a lot of artists are trying to figure it out and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure.
She did have a couple bangers on there. Waste My Time. That record she had with Lucky Day Boy by probably arguably one
that was
of
a good record on there.
Best R&B records to come out of this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think she needs a little more direction. She definitely changed up her aesthetic a little bit. You know, she give you a little bit more sex, a little bit more grown woman. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I definitely would like her to lock in. I don't know if she has a specific producer, but I think that's what she needs.
That's what everybody needs.
No, honestly,
a lot of these niggas need that.
One person, couple of writers. That's it.
Yeah.
Find something unique. Find something to talk about. I feel like a lot of these artists, they just making music for the clout.
Just to make something. I feel that.
Just for the clout. Like, have something to say.
I feel it. Who else dropped
Kalani dropped this year.
Kalani dropped the project this year.
Kalani dropped this year. Rod Wave dropped this year.
Did not know that nigga was selling out stadiums. My bad for not understanding your pull and your reach. Like, I'm sorry. I seen like half of my story on Instagram at State Farm Arena at this nigga concert, and all he did was stand there and just sing out his little songs. No extra crazy little glitz and glamour show. I'm just standing in this spot, and y'all gonna hear my pain.
See, you always know who got a fan base and who need a festival.
Niggas depressed, man.
Y'all
that's
be
what
posting
that
them
is.
Y'all be posting them festival crowds like that's your crowd. That's not your crowd. I mean, you can do like a certain somebody, you know, go down to your Cheesecake Factory and give out these little buy one get one frees, you know, if that's what it's gonna take. I mean, to fill up the seats, but not everybody could be Rod Wave.
Yeah. What else dropped this year? Looking at some of these projects. Oh shit, Khaled did drop this year. God did.
Who?
He did. Khaled.
Now, why God got to be in this?
Some say Khaled, some say Khalid.
Now, why God got to be in this? That's all I was trying to figure out.
Because he did it.
God ain't got nothing.
Hey man, that song came and went. Sorry man, Hov, I've heard better verses. It was a good verse though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
People were saying
better songs.
This is one of his best verses in recent times or something like that.
It's a good verse, but to me, "What's Free" is probably his best verse in a while, and that was on that Meek shit. That was a while ago. Like he's still going hard, but
Tyler the Creator killed DJ Khaled's artist career. I'm sorry. Once you said that shit about Tyler, it was case closed. You should have just let him be.
But what I will say about this Khaled album, listening all the way through it, is probably one of his best crafted albums. He's been on like a run just of good albums though. Like they are what they are. They're compilations out the ass. But I think that this is probably one of his better ones. Who else dropped?
Lewis.
You know what? He said, nah.
You don't have to. We don't have to. We don't have to get. We don't have to get him that. And plus, like
he said, I hated that SZA song.
I thought he was the producer,
but
the
paddock.
SZA, please.
Hey, bro, SZA said the paddock. Oh yes.
Vocals! You better come on with the vocals
man,
and stop playing.
Man. Hey man, that's
yeah, we don't have to give DJ Khaled. I'm gonna need you to DJ overseas or something.
Hey, this is crazy.
He's made enough money. I feel like he's good. He don't need to do that no more.
That's a fact. Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. Speaking on oh shit, the heartthrob of this year, Jack Harlow, he dropped the album this year.
Oh child.
Come home, the kids miss you. Come home, Rick. The kids miss you, man.
He should have stayed home, child. Now listen.
Hey, why people shitting on Jack Harlow, man? Cause he white? Cause he not the most lyrical?
Can I give out an award?
Okay, go ahead.
Because we were gonna save this to later, but since you brought this man up,
shit.
Flop of the year. Where's the camera? Flop of the year goes to you, Jack Harlow. What was that? Now listen, I was rooting for you, my guy. I was rooting.
Wait, does this count if the bank account doesn't reflect that?
Man,
I think he's doing pretty well. He just came off a crazy tour.
You post a waist trainer on Instagram and you get a bag. That does not excuse the music for being good. Now I was with you, Jack. What's popping? That whole 2020 moment, like you did that. You even had that record with Lil Nas X, Industry Baby. You slid on that verse. You did your thing. I was actually kind of excited, low key, for this Jack Harlow project.
I was too,
because I've been keeping up with him a little bit. Like I feel like he had a couple more hits before What's Poppin' really took off. Mm-hmm. So when the record came out, First Class, I was like, cool. First listen, I was like, this is kind of trash. But this is before it went viral. I was like, this is kind of trash. This is a cute little, single to get us ready for the project. Then First Class took off. I was like, oh shit, this nigga might be up next. Well, let me not say that.
He said this wigger.
Let me not say
be
that.
Up next.
This Caucasian might be up next.
What is that?
When I tell you that album was trash.
Hey, man.
And then he had the nerve to have
I don't think it was that
the best
bad.
Producers and had Pharrell Williams and Drake and all and these samples. And I'm like, this man think he's Drake light for real. He's
2022 has been a mid-year for Pharrell too. I'm gonna be quiet, but anyway.
Had Wayne on there. Jack, do better.
Speaking of another rap album, I totally forgot. Speaking of Pharrell, I can't forget Pusha T. It's Almost Dry. Like, that was a great fucking album to me. That was a really pretty good album to me. If we name some people that y'all haven't heard of, do your research because they will be big very soon. I think we might have a little future in A&Ring or a little future in there's a little future in an exec room or something like that at these labels. But I have to shout out my boy Remy Williams. Dropped a super dope project called 08105. Nice. Super dope, just R&B, man. Like you said earlier, R&B ain't dead. Y'all niggas just ain't listening to it. Super good R&B. I remember getting to the very end of the album and I thought to myself, this nigga didn't even say not once, I want to fuck you. Or anything along the lines of that. It made a complete R&B record. Just talking about different things, vulnerability, like it's just beautiful, man. So have to shout out 08105 by Remy Williams. And yeah, man, yeah. Oh man, we probably got about 2 more albums. Cause if you gonna say your flop of the year, I'm gonna say my flop of the year. I'm gonna get it out the way now. Cause y'all let Saweetie act like she could have a career outside of her QC connections. That music sound funny in the light when you get away from QC, man. When you get away from them connections and you ain't with them niggas no more that can make a song. Your shit sound bad.
What she used?
That's my flop of the year.
She used Juicy. She used that sample and fucked it all the way up. I was like, y'all stop sampling stuff, please. Stop sampling stuff, because you're tainting great art.
And who told you could rap?
And who told you could get in the studio?
She tried to, man, you could tell it because the beats won like to where the rapping may not matter. Like you got beats that's like, okay, I gotta listen to your words, and when you listen to the words, it's like
My whole thing with Sweetie was bad timing.
very bad timing.
Bad timing. We just lost a great figure in hip hop, Takeoff, and you literally title your EP "The Single Life," which is obviously referring to your relationship with Migos member Quavo.
That's a good point.
Released the project only a few weeks after that. Like, if Drake and 21 can push their album, you know why they pushed their album, right?
Because of Miss Swift.
Because Swift was on that neck.
And she came through. See, this is why I don't understand the music industry, because we ain't really talking about Taylor Swift today, but she came with her album and did like Lil Wayne did back when Carter 3 dropped, and selling like 1 million in a week. Yet, I just saw a report that said Beyonce just went platinum for Renaissance, and it came out in July.
I told you that girl ain't promote that damn thing.
But see, the album, if you're Beyonce, you just think like Taylor Swift didn't even promote the shit like that.
Well, you
so
know,
it's like,
Taylor Swift had about, believe it or not, had about like 16 different versions of the same album with just a little different cover, and then you could put it together and make a little clock, you know.
But honestly, that really shed a light on like, we are the minority still.
Oh,
like,
no,
however, whatever we try to do, we're always going to be the minority.
You
and people like Taylor Swift will show you.
You wanna know why? Because we don't buy our artists' music. Like,
that's a good point too.
Like, I bet plenty of y'all could count probably on one hand the amount of CDs or iTunes purchases y'all went and did for your favorite artists. Even your favorite artists. Probably one hand. We not buying music.
I don't know where I'm going to play a CD at, man. My car said no.
I hate you.
I got in my car. My car said, "Nah, we don't do that no more, player."
But back to Sweetie. Bad timing. You should have never dropped that so soon.
Yeah.
And you ain't even have really nothing to say. Like,
you just shouldn't have dropped it.
Exactly.
But another person that we waited on, I was talking about Ari Lennox earlier, and somebody that I feel like had all of the anticipation, but at the same time, I feel like she had the most pressure at the same time. I'm talking about SZA, and literally, we can actually talk about her releasing an album, because as of yesterday, we're recording this. I forget what day this is, but
the 10th?
The day before us recording this, she actually dropped the album. Luckily, so SOS came out, and I'm not gonna lie, man, I listened to it one time, but that one listen, the whole time I was just like, this is what you wait 5 years for.
Okay, because I was like, what is this nigga about to say now?
This is what you wait 5 years for. It was great.
SZA, you did that.
Thank you, Solana.
We are so far removed from the Weeknd music video. It's a blessing.
Yeah.
You came back. You did your thing.
Got that body right.
Got that body.
Got that face right. Not that it was ever wrong. SZA, I'm of the minority that feels like you should have never did that, but I ain't gonna fight it. Like,
listen.
It is what it is at this point.
Listen. I just want to thank her for creating a body of work that actually has substance. Yeah. I love the atmosphere of the album. It really makes you feel like that you're somewhere. The album cover, beautiful. The aesthetic. Do think it's a tad bit too long. However, I'm just not a long album kind of guy. 23 records, not for me. Yeah. But she did her thing. I love that she put I Hate You on there. I love that she put Good Days on there.
Because it fits in there.
And I was going through the timeline.
I'm glad she didn't put Hit Different in there because it didn't fit.
That's my shit, though.
It's a great song, but I'm glad that she made that decision to not put it in there. Because it would have thrown it off. It probably could have fit in there, but at the same time, not necessary.
But if you look at the timeline also, Good Days came out December of 2020. I Hate You came out the December of 2021.
And now we get the album.
And then the album, December 2020. Like, we didn't already live with the album at this point, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Do you have any favorites, any records that stick out to you, or you still need another
On that
listen,
album, I need some more listens. I need some more listens, definitely. I listened to it one time, like I said. But that one listen was really good. Yeah, I don't know song titles just yet.
Well, I'm going to give y'all mine.
Go for it.
Kill Bill. I just killed me.
For you to know a song the day after, SZA, you did a great job.
You did a great job. Kill Bill, Blind, fucking did that. Ghost in the Machine. Yeah, I know the titles. Ghost in the Machine. I wanted Billie Eilish on that. I don't know why. Run it back.
Yeah.
Let me know. She was doing some rock shit. F2F. Co-written by Lizzo, actually.
Dope.
And I think that they're supposed to be working on some more stuff. Gone Girl, arguably the best song off of the album. You just got to listen to it. I love the way the ending. She really feels. I think she like brings a choir and shit in there. Like she really fleshes
I remember that.
the record out. But yes, and then of course I Hate You. She got Old Dirty Bastard on the last record.
Crazy.
Which her name is a play off of RZA from
Wu-Tang.
So yeah, it just all makes sense. She's finally, because I was getting worried. Like I'm not gonna lie to you.
When is this album coming?
I was getting
you got to the 31st, bro.
I was getting a little worried.
That's what it is. You got to the 31st.
But yeah, I also wanted to shout out Glorilla. She
had great year she's had.
She had a. I didn't know who she was in January.
That's a fact.
And now she's nominated for a Grammy.
I didn't know she was till May. And she's Grammy nominated.
And she's Grammy nominated.
I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna cat to you, bro. I don't feel like that's like, come on, man. Like,
you just think they gave that to her? What? Here.
Bro, it's been 5-6 months of Grammy nom. I ain't know it was even that. I ain't know.
It's all about who you know. It's all about who you know. I think she signed to Yo Gotti. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I ain't even know he was in tune with them like that. Cause sometimes you gotta have them relationships to really get in that door.
Yeah.
I ain't know they was moving like that, but
yeah.
Shouts out to Glorilla, man. I love her. I love the year that she's had. I'm sure that she is like, she wakes up every day with a fucking smile on her face. And that's what matters, bro. You January, I was not doing this.
Exactly.
I ain't had the same set of teeth. When you see these teeth change, I'm having a great life. It's lit.
And I just got one other thing to say. If the party not lit, then why would I go?
Hey. Oh, man.
Ice Spice is coming for y'all next. And
all right, man. We gonna get to the next.
Why Drake don't follow her? Cause she ain't give him none.
Hey, man, we out of here. Bye. You definitely said you wanted to talk a little bit about some chart stuff. You know what I'm saying? The Hot 100, Billboard 200. I'm gonna let you take it away with that.
Yes.
Personally, I don't give a fuck about them charts, man. I know it's important when you're an artist. Thank God I'm not an artist.
I'm about to say, hold on a second, because
no, you're good. You're good.
I am an artist, man. And I gotta give y'all the stats. Now, your boy Harry Styles had the biggest record of the year, topping the Hot 100 for 15 non-consecutive weeks. That's when you know you got a hit, when the shit go from number 1 to like number 3, and then it come back number 1 for like 3 more weeks, and then it come back for like 5 more weeks. Like, as it was, not the best song off of Harry's House, which is a project that he released. Honestly, if I gotta say this, my money would have been on Zayn to have been the breakout star of One Direction, but Harry has really been killing it consistently. Yeah. So shout out to him for that number 1. Lizzo got a number 1 this year, About Damn Time.
Great song too. I ain't
crazy.
I
love to see black girls flourishing in pop music, because it's very difficult to do that. Like I said before, Beyonce got her first number 1 since Break My Soul. Technically, if you count that duet with Ed Sheeran, that was number 1 too, but technically it was like a remix or some shit.
Yeah.
No, they be getting real technical with that. Nicki Minaj became the first woman in hip hop to debut at number 1 with no feature since Lauryn Hill.
I hate that fucking song, but that's another topic for another day. Anyway, it's the most cringe-worthy song, bro. Like, you can put the dick up inside it and swallow around it and just sit there and like. You ever tried to play that around a 50-year-old?
Listen, she dropped some hot shit with Lil Baby earlier this year that didn't nobody pay no attention to.
She did, man.
And that record, do we have a problem? Lil Baby slid on that. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah.
But, and of course, you know, Miss Taylor Swift has released 15 versions and remixes of Anti-Hero, which has kept Rich Flex, Drake, and 21 from the #1 spot. Drake has been really pressed on that. He even crossed her name out, like when he when he was posting
my chart,
the
nigga.
little charts. He crossed her name out. I was like, Drake is really, really, really petty.
Cause man, I'm working hard, man. This girl named Taylor just come out of nowhere. We ain't even in the same demographic, but
Just
she's
come out
taking
of
all the
nowhere.
demographics.
But Jimmy Cook, I believe, is the record with 21 Savage.
Yes.
And that did go #1 as well.
The only rap song on that pop album.
Why he do that?
Cause it was.
Why he released that?
It was smart though. That was a very smart move. Cause who knows, that album might not have done that without that.
Child.
Everybody heard the album and was like, oh yeah, Jimmy Cooks. Hey man, we're in a time where shit, if you put out an album with 21 songs and niggas gravitate to one, niggas will say you made it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't argue with it anymore. I just want better for us.
But yeah, so that's it on the little Hot 100 stats. And I'm curious to see what we're gonna do next year. I feel like R&B, me personally, I feel like R&B is gonna make a resurgence into the Hot 100 top 10 next year. But of course, we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm with it, man.
Yeah.
Shit, you want to give out the rest of these awards?
Let's give out these damn awards, child.
So we already did Flop of the Year earlier in the show. Rick has put in here Song of the Year. What's your Song of the Year?
Now, believe it or not, I'm going to go a little left field with this one. I was going to give it to something off of one of my favorite projects, but this artist named Joji released a record called Glimpse of Us. It's like a piano ballad. I want to say it maybe have went viral on TikTok. Or maybe it was in a series. I'm not exactly sure, but it came across me. And that song has literally been on repeat.
Interesting.
Definitely recommend it. It's a little alternative piano ballad.
Yeah.
Check it out. That's my Song of the Year. It's just
Mine, and it's not my personal Song of the Year, but I think overall, if we're talking song of the year, the song that annoyed me the most, but it was still cool, Hours and Hours. Sorry. That was a song that, like, it came in like a wrecking ball. Niggas was using that song left and right, talking about my girlfriend, my nigga. Niggas is using it in cooking videos on TikTok.
Oh, no,
I
they was
said
going crazy.
Hours and Hours has nothing to do with this pot roast.
They were going crazy. Yeah.
But for me, I had to say Hours and Hours.
Hours and Hours.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mooney Long. She's also nominated
sure.
for some Grammys next year.
Yeah.
That pen has been pinning.
For sure.
I didn't realize, like, she changed her name. She was doing. She's been
Come
around.
on, Priscilla.
Priscilla. Yeah, Priscilla.
What about your album of the year?
Album of the year. Got to go to Renaissance, man.
I'm not mad at that.
Got to go to Renaissance. Beyonce really did her thing. She brought house back to mainstream. She highlighted a lot of people from my community that I really appreciate.
I like it.
And she just definitely gave credit to where credit is due. I feel like we're in this realm where people are more accepting of collaborating.
Yeah.
Not everybody's Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones. You feel me? Like, sometimes you gotta bring in a team, and for Beyonce to do that and credit everybody.
Yeah.
She had Sid from the internet on there. She had Levin, I believe his name is. He got this record called Something Wrong. He co-wrote a couple of records on there. She had some people from the ballroom scene on there. Like, she really just said, "Hey, y'all come. Let's create something great." And I'm just ready to see these visuals. Beyonce, what are we doing? But yeah, that's me.
I'm gonna have to go with. Man, I shouted him out earlier. And I'm gonna keep it independent. I
like that.
Make sure y'all go in and check out Remy Williams. That 08105 has been my favorite album of this year. And that is a personal opinion. I ain't going with the general consensus on this.
But we love that, though. We love that.
Make sure y'all check that man's music out. He is super dope, super talented. And like I said before, bro, no cussing on the damn album. Not like I don't care for that. I love cussing in the album. But the fact that I got through the entire album and then at the very end, I said, wait, there was nothing that you could not like play on the radio all the way through on this album.
That's
I was
impressive.
very like, I said, what the fuck?
That's
I
impressive.
sent that shit to my girl so fast because she's a music connoisseur as well, and like these have literally been the 2 albums between me and our relationship. She's listened to Beyonce more than I could count, and I've listened to 08 105 more than I could count. So this really, that's been the year for me. Renaissance, shit by default.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna cap. This is a great album.
Hey.
I like Beyonce, man. She cool.
Listen.
She cool, man. And Remy Williams, 08 105, definitely mine.
I like that.
Moments of the year. What's your moment of the year?
Moment of the year. I gotta bring this up. Now I know y'all remember this.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
All I'm gonna just say is,
Uh-oh.
oh, touch, touch, doom, 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 touch, doom, 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 touch, doom, doom, doom. That versus Omarion
Yo, I forgot about that verse.
and Mario.
Oh,
When I tell you that
shit.
shit was entertaining.
To my baby's born. To my baby's born. Oh, I forgot about that. To my baby's born.
One wish, one wish.
That was a
wish.
class act in seeing a whole bunch of niggas, and no offense to y'all, that are like eagerly waiting for their next shot.
Oh no. Oh no.
It literally looked like making the band
They were
when I was
battling.
watching that shit. They were battling.
They were battling.
In the worst way. Like Versus is a battle, but then it was bad.
And I
forgot
love the way
about that.
I love the way Ray
I'm
J
glad
brought out
you
his.
said that.
I love how Ray J brought out his kid.
Like, where did the kid come from? Brandy brought him on stage?
Brandy was in the back like.
She like, man, take this, baby. I'm so disappointed in you. I'm leaving.
Brandy was like.
And she was there.
Brandy was like, please.
You did that in front of her?
Somebody grab this man off stage, please. She was ducked.
Crazy.
She was ducked.
This is crazy.
And Omarion, I am so disappointed in you, my brother. I had my money on you.
He just showed
I was
us who
telling everybody.
I don't know why.
Mario,
that
why you say?
And I'm really glad you brought that up because I totally forgot about that.
I was so disappointed. Mario came in washed.
But the nigga can't sing, man. That was my whole thing. I'm like, Marion is not. If we talking about Mario, that's a singer.
I thought he was gonna at least hold a note.
And I'm of the belief that Versus is about talent and not like if you're talented, it's gonna wash away your quote unquote showmanship. And if your showmanship is eating a watermelon like it's a pussy, hey man, you're gonna have a long night, buddy. Entourage is not gonna save you there, buddy.
And then he brought out Jeremiah, who was off key. Brought out Tank. Tank was like, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah, like I'm out of here. I'm not. No. My moment has to go to, and we did award shows earlier, and I'm kind of glad we kept it on music, but y'all know, man, the slap heard around the world. Like Will Smith, dog, seeing that on like live television and seeing that they tried to cut it out and then seeing the Japanese feed of the same shit, that's what put it into perspective for me. I said, oh man, that nigga's really from Philly. He's not playing with y'all.
I'm Lupita in the
Never
back.
expected that. Never expected that.
Never expected that. He walked up to that man clean, slapped the fuck out of him,
And walked back.
and walked back to his seat.
And talked shit when he walked back to the seat.
Lupita was like,
He stood on it. Like, hey. I love that. That was a great moment, man. Yeah.
shout out to Will Smith for
Shout out to Will Smith.
standing up for his woman.
And shout out to him going low for only a few months and coming right back.
And
with
coming
this-
right back.
Coming
Fuck
right
that
back.
shit.
I love it, man. But
You know they banned him for like a decade or some shit like that from the Oscars?
we gonna see. He put out a slave movie. He might get all the awards this time.
Oh, child. That's another episode. Next time on Lewis and Rick.
But man, Rick, I thoroughly enjoyed this wrap up, dog. I think we did well. I don't even know how long this is gonna be. Probably some of the longest content we've had.
Yeah,
but
and if we've left out some things, y'all,
yeah, fuck you niggas.
fuck y'all shit.
Do your own.
I'm glad we was on the same page.
Make your
on that,
own,
like-
man. But yes, man, our 2022 year-end wrap-up, Louis B, Rick the Prince. This has
Absolutely.
been super dope, man.
Absolutely.
Make sure y'all support everything that we doing. What's in my bag? You already know what's up. Make sure you following us on all of our social platforms, WIMB Studios. You know where to find us, man. Rick, where they gonna find you at?
Rick_the Prince on Instagram, also on Twitter. Surface Town, that is SurfaceTown, one word, on YouTube. Yeah, we got some great stuff coming next year. And also, y'all go like that playlist, The Record Store. I curate
For sure.
every week new music from independent artists overseas. Yo Mama, she on there. I love that. So yeah, make sure you do that.
Hey man, we'll see y'all next year unless we decide to come up with another show in between the 2023. So you never know, man.
Absolutely.
If you see us before the end of next year, you will see us. If not, we'll see you next year, God willing.
We out. Y'all stay safe.
Good shit, man. Good shit.
Yes, sir.
And my cameras ain't died.
And the cameras ain't died.